Hello and welcome to Vancouver Carpenter. Well, can you paint melamine? My answer from my experience is yes. So the trick is how well you prep your material. So if you decide to just go put any old paint over top of any old melamine in any old condition, it's going to scratch off and peel off like crazy. The second thing you need to think about is, where is it for? Is it likely to get a lot of abrasion? So for example, a cabinet door or the inside of a cabinet. That is quite likely to get a lot of abrasion. People's rings, fingernails, and hand grease get all over the handles, and then inside you're sliding dishes all over it. So those places take a fair bit of abuse. And I do believe they are still capable of being painted, but you just really have to do the prep. So first things first, you gotta make sure it's degreased. So you can get a good degreasing agent from any paint store, and especially places where hands go. People have the natural oils from their hands, grubby little kids' hands, moisturizers all over their hands, oil from cooking. So all of that stuff is gonna get all over cabinets or anything like that. And you need to make sure to use a good degreaser to get all of that off. The next thing you need to do, and this one's really important, is you need to take the sheen down of the melamine. So you gotta sand it. I need to prep this melamine right here because I'm using it to cover up some really nasty defects in these bifold doors we've got. So I've got some 150 grit, and I'm just gonna go to town on it. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go until, when I look at it, I can see it looks more dull. So you wanna take that sheen off. One of the main reasons paint won't stick is just it's too glossy, so it's a slippery surface. So take that sheen down and it should stick. Once you've done your degreasing and your sanding, you're going to want to get all the dust off of it. And so the next step, and this is really important, is to use a really good bonding agent, a great primer. So you could use something old school like a shellac-based paint, but that would be really nasty when painting inside a cabinet. So I'm choosing to use something waterborne. And what I've got today is a product called Sticks, and this was generously supplied by the Dunbar Lumber Paint Center, so thank you guys. I've never tried this stuff before. It is a waterborne bonding primer. Bonds to hard to coat surfaces. Got a picture of somebody painting some tile there. So hopefully this works. In the past I've just used bin 123, so I'm interested to see how this product works. One thing you need to know about any of these waterborne primers is don't scratch them too much in the first day. They take at least 7 days to fully cure. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna paint some of the scrap of this stuff, and we're gonna scratch it in 7 days to see how it did. Now let's give this piece of scrap melamine a generous coat of this paint. And we'll come back and check it in a week. So it's actually only been about 3 hours later. Already I'm really impressed with that. Now I'm gonna try really digging in. Even like really digging in, I am really not able to separate this stuff. And I've never had that good luck before. It's been over a week, so time to do a scratch test. On this side, I have one with a top coat, and on this side, I have the original stuff. So let's try just the Sticks on its own. So I am able to scratch it off like that. I mean, but I'm sure if I did that to a wall, I could probably scratch it pretty bad too. But just with my thumbnail, I can't get it at all. I have to actually use the kind of sharper edge of a dime to actually be able to scrape the paint off. And then once we have the thicker paint, so where we have an actual top coat as well. Nope. Yeah, so I can scrape it off, but it's hard to do. So I think under like all normal circumstances, it will hold up really well. It scrapes off easier where there's a top coat because there's more material for it to get some tooth into. Like it can peel up a thicker edge and then scrape it. In spite of the fact that I was able to scratch that off, I think the results were actually really good. Like it would definitely stand up to everyday use. So So as long as you've done your prep properly and you've given it time to cure, yeah, I think you can paint melamine. It'll work out pretty well. Just be realistic with the kind of wear and tear you're going to be exposing it to. Anyways, I hope you found this useful. I hope this sheds some light on whether or not you can paint melamine and the steps you should be doing to get a good result. So thanks for watching Vancouver Carpenter. If you're finding the videos useful, be sure to leave a thumbs up and, subscribe if you want. You don't have to do that stuff if you don't want to. Anyways, again, till the next video, you guys.